Passive income is a hot topic here on YouTube, but sometimes when we hear about passive income, it can seem a little elusive or really unattainable for the regular small business owner. But I have seen passive income strategies working really well for real small businesses, both for my own small business and for clients that I have and either other small businesses that I know. And I wanted to talk to you guys and tell you about some real strategies I'm seeing for passive income in small businesses. So we're not talking about personal passive income streams, because that's what a lot of the videos that you'll see, they're really talking about passive income on the personal side, but this is all for business. So if that sounds good, please stay tuned. And if you are new here, welcome to the Clara CFO Group channel. My name is Hannah Smolinski and I own Clara CFO Group, and we are a fractional CFO agency specifically to help small businesses with their financial strategy. So we take some of those financial strategies that we use with our clients and we are talking about them here on YouTube to help everybody who's watching these videos. So hopefully this is helpful, and if it is, please subscribe. We'd love to have you here. And also make sure you have the little notification bell turned on so that you will know when we post new videos. All right, well, thanks so much. Okay, so today we're gonna talk about real strategies, not ones that are kind of like, hey, that would be a great idea, or maybe you could do that, but real stuff that people are actually using in their small businesses right now. How do you make passive income? And when we talk about passive income, what I am really talking about is stuff that it's not the main part of your business. It's not the stuff that you're doing day in and day out. So if you're a service-based business owner, for example, let's say you're a graphic designer. I'm not talking about the actual work you're doing for your normal graphic design clients. What we're talking about is what other kinds of ways you can bring in money that are happening a little bit without you having to touch them so much. Like maybe you're setting them up in the beginning and then they're kind of running on their own, but you really aren't having to sort of babysit it very much, okay? So that's what I'm talking about when I talk about passive. But I have to say, and you'll see this on other videos as well, that there is no such thing as true passive income. You can't, like when I think of really true passive income, I'd be thinking about, a check coming in the mail from maybe a relative that passed away that is sending you money and you didn't even ever know they existed, and you didn't show up to a funeral, you didn't do anything. It just money showed up into your mailbox. Let's say that is true passive income. Obviously you can't count on that. That's going to be a rare occurrence that something like that is going to happen, okay? And that's not happening in our businesses. But when we talk about business passive income, we want to set up streams of income that are going to produce more revenue over time, but we need to do something to sort of initiate that to happen, okay? So what I'm doing is I'm going to list out 9 different strategies for you guys, and I'm also going to give you an effort level score, okay? An effort level from 1 to 10. So a 0 would be a check in the mail that you never did anything for, but a 1 is that you need to do a little bit of work to get it started, and then 10 is really like basically operating at your normal business level, okay? So that'd be like if you're a graphic designer, like I said, that'd be like servicing a normal graphic design client, okay? So this is the scale, because sometimes people talk about passive income, but it's really basically just another business. It's just run a little bit differently. So that's what we're going to go through, and let's go ahead and start with the very first strategy. So the first strategy I have for you guys is to make sure that any of your cash that you might have is in a high interest savings account. So when this video is recorded, there actually is some interest to be had in savings accounts. So if you have extra cash sitting on the side, make sure that it's in a high yield savings account. That is just a way for your money to be working for you, even when it's just sitting there in savings. Okay, so that is a way to bring money into your business. That is not going to make you rich. I guarantee you, if you have enough money sitting there that interest would be making you rich, you probably should be doing something different with it. You should be investing it, maybe buying other businesses. You should be doing something else. But if you have a little bit of cash sitting on the side, or whatever is in your savings account, maybe just to cover normal operating costs, it's kind of your rainy day fund or something like that, make sure you check the interest rate on that and make sure you find a high yield savings account. Some accounts had really bad interest rates from before. You should go back and talk to your bank and see if you can put it in a different account or get the interest rate adjusted on your accounts, okay? So that's gonna be some extra money coming in. The second strategy I have for you guys is to use credit cards responsibly and credit cards that have points programs, okay? So we do a lot of spending in our businesses for office supplies, maybe even like actual inventory coming into the business, any type of thing that can be put on a credit card, basically everything but payroll and maybe rent in some cases. Really, you could be leveraging a credit card to use those things. Now, there's a lot of people who are not responsible credit card users, and it does not make sense to use a credit card if you're going to be getting interest expense on it. But if you're a responsible credit card user and you are able to use your credit card and pay it off regularly, the full balance, so you never get any interest charges, then you should be using that because you can leverage that and get those credit card points, which can be turned into cash, which could be turned into travel, which can actually be taken as a personal use. You can go and take your family on vacation, for example, and that's totally fine, even if it's a business credit card. But that is a way that you can earn extra income for the normal business activities that you're doing. So number 1 and number 2 both have a 1 level effort score. Okay, so both of those are really easy. You just need to get your money in the right place or just use your credit card, and that's really easy to set up. You just need to find those credit cards and you can go and start earning money for your business, which is great. We love those. The third strategy that I have for you guys for passive income is to set up referral arrangements with other business owners. So if you are in a service-based business, this works really well, where you can say, hey, I'm a CPA and I want to send some business over to you, to maybe a financial advisor, for example, and maybe that financial advisor needs a great CPA and they can refer clients back to you. You have some opportunity to set up referral arrangements in multiple different ways. And I want you to think about this more than just getting cash for a referral, because there are situations that you can get cash for referrals and set it up like that. But you might also be able to make a better referral arrangement with someone if you can actually trade back and forth clients. So if you can refer clients to somebody, they can refer clients to you. Typically, a client that maybe has a lifetime value that is much higher than maybe just a one-time payout fee for a referral fee, you might want to consider that, okay? So if you think like, hey, once I get a client on, if they stay on with me for 3 years, maybe their lifetime value is $30,000. I'd rather get a client from a referral agreement than maybe a $500 kickback, if I refer business to somebody else. So think about that. But referral arrangements are absolutely something that's very, very common in business. And it's something that you might be doing anyway, but you might just think about, how can I strategically make this better and more kind of a passive income stream for my business? You can also set up referral arrangements where there is actually a cash transaction. This really works well when maybe one party is really getting most of the benefit and the other party isn't getting that referral back, for example. So there's been businesses that I send tons of business to, but I've never gotten a referral back. And it's largely because that business doesn't really run into people that need CFO services. So in that situation, it might make sense for me to arrange a cash referral fee. So if there's somebody that you refer a lot of business to, why don't you just ask them if they have a referral program and that you'd like to be a part of it? Or maybe you can negotiate what that might look like so that you can start to get a little bit back for all these referrals that you're making. Some people have like just a goodwill mentality and they're saying, hey, I never want to be paid for it. I just want to kind of build up that goodwill or that karma, that business karma. That's totally fine too. But just remember that that is something that it's very common to have that be a paid transaction with the referrals back and forth. So if it makes sense for your business, think about it, and it might be a way for you to earn a little bit of passive income. So to set up referral arrangements, the effort level there is probably a 2 or a 3. You're going to have to think about who you want to do those referral arrangements with, and you're going to need to have a conversation or some kind of written agreement or even just a verbal agreement of what that looks like. But you do need to set something up, and you might have multiple different agreements with different vendors. So I'm going to say a 2 or a 3 on that one. Number 4 on the list of passive income ideas for your small business is kind of similar to the last one, but this is really more for products and software instead of services. Like referrals are typically for services, and this would be more for products or software. So this is becoming an affiliate for a product. And when I say affiliate, what that means is that businesses, like typically a product business, a lot of this happens in the software industry, they will have people called affiliates who have basically a unique link or a unique code that they can share with their audiences. And then those audiences can click on those links and buy the products. And then when they do, the affiliate would get a little bit of a kickback. So to give you a really clear example, if you look in the description box of any one of my videos, you will see some affiliate links. So you will see for QuickBooks, ADP, and Melio. I'm an affiliate for all of those companies. And if you were to buy a product or sign up for a service for any one of those, I get, or the company gets, a little bit of a kickback anytime that something like that happens, if you actually use the service or you sign up for the product, okay? So those are affiliate links, and most businesses can have some type of affiliate relationship. I can't really think of any businesses that wouldn't be able to have some kind of affiliate that either like they use a product and they want to tell other people about it, and they will, sign up as an affiliate for that product and then share that link. Now, this can really vary on the amount of passive income coming into the business based on the volume of your audience and how big your audience is. Because, you could tell 10 people about a product and maybe one of them might buy it. And so you're going to get a little bit of kickback from that one. But if you had an audience of 10,000 and you tell people about a product, you're more likely to get more passive income coming in that situation, right? It can be a volume game, but think strategically about this. What could I be an affiliate for, or what services or products am I using in my own business that I really believe in? Because I think that's where it becomes the most authentic for you to share it. If you're using a software, for example, and you love it, you might want to naturally share about it. So that would be a really great thing for you to go and approach that software company and say, hey, do you have an affiliate program? Because I love your software and I'd love to tell people about your software. There are lots of opportunities like that. Most software you can probably find somewhere in the settings where it says refer a friend or something. That's a great way to get started. Sometimes the refer a friend bonuses are okay. They might have limitations and they might be smaller, but you might be able to set up a separate affiliate link through an affiliate network or directly with the company itself that they might give you a little bit more of a kickback in those situations. So definitely explore the opportunity for affiliates. And it's not just for software, you can also do it for products. So let's say you're a photographer and you have really great photography equipment and somebody says, hey, I want to start a photography business. What kind of camera do you use? You might be able to send them a link, let's say to Amazon affiliates. And, if they buy a camera, that's actually could give you a decent amount of kickback from the fact that you just shared with them, exactly the question that you asked them. It's not hurting them in any way. You're giving them the link to exactly what they want. And then you're getting a little bit of a kickback for sharing that information. So, there are lots of opportunities in the affiliate space. And I want you to think about how you might be able to think about this directly in your small business. Okay. So the effort level on the affiliate marketing, I'd say, is about a 2 or a 3 as well. It depends on how many places you want to go and get those affiliate links and then where you put them on your website and things like that. So it could be really, really passive where maybe there's just one product you like and you just copy and paste it when anybody asks you, or you can make it more elaborate and start creating blog posts with affiliate links and start using them in your social media. And you could start, really sharing those in a more robust way. So that's something to think about, but that's number 4, affiliate link income. Number 5 on the list of passive income ideas for your small business is sponsorship income. So sponsorships can happen for lots of different things. So you might be a professional organization that maybe you host events and you might get sponsors to actually help cover the cost of your events, which will help with that kind of passive income, but it will help cover, these things that you want to do anyway in your business. I've also seen sponsorships. People do it all the time for YouTube videos. We have had some sponsors on this channel before. I've seen it on podcasts. I've seen it on even newsletters. Maybe have somebody that might be interested in getting in front of your audience sponsor a newsletter. So think about what you're already doing in your business and think, is there another maybe adjacent company or somebody who might be interested in getting in front of your audience that you have curated? You might want to approach them about a sponsorship. That is something to think about. And when you're thinking about sponsorships, think about what is that relationship? Who would want to get in front of your audience? Not your competitors. You don't want to sell sponsorships necessarily to your direct competitors because that would kind of defeat the purpose purpose, but think about things that are more adjacent. So if I'm a mental health provider, maybe I could think about approaching my EHR, my electronic health record software, to get them to sponsor something. So sponsorships can also range with the level of effort. So I would probably say this is a 3 to 4 on the scale of effort. And this, again, it depends on if you already have people who are already interested in sponsoring events, then it's really just a matter of negotiating them. But if you have no interest currently, then you need to go out and try to find sponsors, and that can take some work to try to pitch sponsors to, sponsor a video or sponsor a podcast or something like that. Number 6 on the list is to sublease or rent property that you already own or that you are renting yourself. So this could be, let's say you have an office space and maybe there's a couple offices that are actually vacant right now because maybe you had to make some layoffs, or maybe the space was great, but it was a little bit too big for you. Something like that. You thought, hey, maybe I'll grow into it eventually, but you haven't yet. You could consider subleasing part of your property. So it could bring in some income and offset the cost of your rent a little bit. And so you can do that physically for just, office space. Really, that's done all the time, right? But I've also seen this done with a property that maybe has some vacant land. I've actually seen where people will lease out that land, even if there's nothing on it, for, let's say, a construction company that needs a place to store some large equipment. Or I've even seen this happen where here in Seattle, a fire station was moving and there was a church that rented out the space next to them to the fire station because when they were moving, they had all of their big equipment and their trucks and stuff. They needed to go somewhere. And so they rented it out specifically for that. So that could potentially be a money-making situation, even if, you think, hey, I don't necessarily have this traditional, office space. What else do you have? Do you have equipment that's not currently being used? Do you have manufacturing capacity that could be potentially used by somebody else who's also manufacturing something similarly? Think about what assets you have in your business and how you might be able to leverage some additional capacity and sell it in a different way. So it might not look like a traditional sublease, but do you have assets in your business that you could be lending out or renting out to someone else? Something to think about. The effort level on this one, I also would say, is about a 3 or a 4, kind of depending on what links you need to go to. The thing you need to think about with this ongoing use that somebody else might be in your space or somebody else might be renting from you in some way, you might have to deal with them on a more regular basis. So that's why I kind of say, hey, this might be approaching almost like a 4 level of effort. Okay, number 7 on the list is to sell digital products. And this is something that we do in our business. So digital products are something that are sold online that require no physical component from you as the business to create. So you just create it online. It might be a checklist, a digital checklist, like in PDF form. It might be a spreadsheet. We do those here. It might be an ebook. It might be even just a guide, or maybe like photographers will sell presets, digital calendars. I've seen lots of different things that will help, make the customer's life a little bit easier, or help them solve a problem, or help them get to an answer quicker. These kind of things are really great digital products. They're usually lower cost items and they can be sold at a higher volume. You can sell them online on different platforms. There's, on YouTube, there's a bunch of different creators that talk about creating digital products. If you don't know about Jessica Stansberry, she has I'll try to link her below. She has a lot of great videos about creating digital products. But digital products can be a great way to sort of dip your toe into this digital world. And I see lots of opportunities for a lot of service-based businesses to have something that, like, when you're not quite ready to step fully into a service, you might want to kind of start somewhere and maybe providing your customers an opportunity to buy something from you first that proves your value, shows you know what you're talking about before they fully step into full service with you. There might be an opportunity for a digital product there, or maybe you can help somebody solve a specific problem. For example, we have the estimated tax worksheet that has sold, and it sells about every quarter. People buy it because they need to calculate their estimated taxes. And it's a spreadsheet and we update it annually. And it's been a really great product for us because yes, it's passive. It took a while to created at the beginning, and then, we had to make some tweaks to it, and people have questions here and there, and we update it annually. But for the most part, it's passive. We created a YouTube video to show it to you guys and to help you walk through things you might need to think about. But I mean, that's a product that still makes money for us, and we don't necessarily need to babysit it, very often. Digital products are somewhere around a 4 in total effort level. I think if you really want to, expand your marketing efforts and you want to start to do more to increase the sales of your digital products, you're probably moving into that 5 or even a 6 level of effort, kind of depending on how much marketing you put behind those things. Okay, number 8 is something that not all of you are going to be able to do, but as you can tell, like as we're going through, we're getting a little bit more increasing on the effort level. And so now we've got 2 more. This one is YouTube ads. So YouTube is a way that you can make money. So a lot of small business owners do have YouTube channels, but they're under the monetization mark. In order to get monetized, you need 1,000 subscribers, and you also need 4,000 hours of watch time. So this does take a little while to build up, unless you just get really lucky and you have a viral video right out of the gate, which basically almost never happens. But you can think about creating videos and sharing videos in order to get to that first 1,000 subscribers and get to that watch time. So once you do that, you can start earning money through YouTube. Now, I would never say for a small business that you should do YouTube only for the monetization part of it, to actually sell ads or, get money coming in from ads, because it's just not worth it. The money that comes in from ads is so low compared to the effort level that you need to put in to create YouTube videos that it would never make sense for small business owners mostly to do it just for the ad revenue. Okay, there are creators making amazing amounts of money on YouTube, but for most small businesses, that would not be the reason to start the YouTube channel. So think about, how do I use the YouTube channel to grow my business? For sure, like how can this be a marketing engine for my business, or how can it solve another problem for my business? But if you do want to move towards monetization, it is a way to bring in some money. And it could be a situation where you could have sort of your marketing channel start to actually pay you money. And that's one of the things that's happening on our channel right now, is the marketing is going out and people are learning about Clara CFO Group. But the great thing is that we do get some income from the ads. So it kind of offsets a little bit some of the effort level. And then we're not paying for marketing, where most companies are paying for marketing. Marketing is actually paying us. So it's a good kind of shift in the financials. So instead of money going out for marketing, it's money coming in, which helps the overall bottom line of the business. So it is an opportunity for income, but I would say you need to have a bigger YouTube strategy than just, I want to make money. Okay. So the effort level score for YouTube ads is probably a 7 or an 8, because you're going to have to create lots of videos in order to get to your 1,000 subscribers and your 4,000 watch hours. And then once you even get there, it's going to be really low monetization until you start building up more views on your channel. So really, it's a lot of effort. Like I said, you have to have a bigger strategy in order to make it all make sense, but it is an opportunity for passive income. All right. Okay, we're getting into our very last item of passive income, and this one is the one that I feel like all of the buzz is about, and it is course creation. So yes, you can create a course and sell it and have that be passive income. However, I think this one has the highest level effort score. I'm giving this one an 8 on the effort level score. Okay. Now, and that, if you remember, 10 is like basically operating at like full business function, and course creation and management, I would include in that, is probably an 8. And the reason I say that is, first, the effort to put together a digital course can take quite a significant effort. So you've got to pull together all of the curriculum. You've got to do all your research too, to make sure that your course is something that people actually want to buy. And then there's software costs going into actually hosting a course. And then there's marketing that needs to happen, sales pages things that need to happen to make your course successful, much more beyond just creating it. Because you could have the best product in the world, but if the best product in the world exists and nobody knows about it, nobody's going to buy it. And it's not going to matter that you have the best product in the world if you're trying to make money, that is. So this is something that I think is kind of missed in talking all about course creation, how great it is and how it's a great passive income thing. Is they're not really always telling you the true work that needs to go in to actually sell your course, okay? So the people that I know who are full-time course creators, their full business is built around marketing their course. The course creation part only needs to happen whenever they have, a new course happening or a new course offering and maybe an update here or there. But then the ongoing marketing efforts are basically a full-time job, or at least a full-time job for somebody, maybe not the actual business owner, but somebody is running. How do we continue selling this over and over and over again to make this make continual money? Because it's one thing to just, make a course and set it up there. And if people buy it, that's cool. But I think a lot of us, when we want passive income and we hear about a course, we want that to start replacing more of our active income. And when we really do that, we need to sell it at volume. And then there needs to be this ongoing marketing engine to really make that happen. Okay. So yes, it can become more passive than maybe your full-time business, but I just want to also have people have a really, take off the rose-colored glasses with course creation, because I just see gurus talking about it so much like it is the silver bullet and it will be the end-all be-all of passive income. And it has worked for some people, but we also need to have some reality and also make sure that you understand what really needs to go into selling something over and over and over again to replace a full-time income of maybe, let's say client service. So yes, it is an option. You can absolutely create a course and have that be passive income, but just be aware of how much effort you might need to put in for that ongoing sale. Okay, so those are my 9 things that you can use in your small business to help you generate more revenue in your business, hopefully increase your profit. A lot of these will have really great profit margins too. So any of these things that you can add, or if you can start adding a couple of these things in, you can start to see your overall top line revenue grow. And that's what we want to see, and hopefully be more profitable in this coming year after you've added some additional passive income streams to your business. So if you have any other passive income streams that you want to tell us about, please put those in the comment section below. I would love to hear about them. What are you doing creatively for your business? I'd love to hear it. And thank you so much. Bye, everybody.